This is Jenny from CraftTestDummiescom, and I wanted to share with you some really fun pencils I've been testing. These are Derwent Inktense pencils, and basically it's a watercolor pencil that I'm just really having a great time with. So I'm going to show the pencils to you really quickly. It's like your standard pencil that you would use. Notice no eraser, but they're all color-coded on the tip so you know which one you're using. And I wanted to show you kind of how they work for me on this. It's kind of like Georgia white cardstock. It's a matte cardstock. So here, along this edge, I just colored kind of the most intense mark that I could make. And then here, I did a little bit of feathering out, and you can kind of see how that looks. And then, notice how I made another one. Well, this is because I want to show you what happens when you add water. So I'm using like a water pen here, and I'll just dab it over here to get a little bit of water going. But notice how I can basically, first of all, do this, and now it no longer looks like a pencil mark. It actually looks like paint. And if I squeeze the tip and make a little water come out, look at this. It's like having your own paint with water kit. And if I get tired of that color, I can just kind of scribble it off to the side and then do the next one. Look at this. It's very rich, very saturated color, which is something I like. If you're going to have a watercolor pencil, you want it to give you a lot of pigment in it. This one still has a little bit of red, but isn't it gorgeous? I mean, that's a really nice saturated color right there. And here's a little bit of green, so you can kind of see how that looks. Isn't that marvelous? So I've been really enjoying them, and kind of what I wanted to show you is how I've been using them in Zentangling. I've been on a little bit of a Zentangle kick, and I'll have a review on that too. But I wanted to show you this. Oops, I can get it into the shot. I wanted to show you this Zentangle that I did, and it started off just with black and white, and I used, by the way, a Bic Mark-It ultra fine point, and then I colored it in with the Derwent. I did not use any kind of water on this one. So, going back to this one, which I just completed, I wanted to show you if you wanted to take a Zentangle and pick up a little bit of color, you can just lightly color it in with your watercolor brush. So this goes under the category of crafts that I would take with me on vacation. If you're going away on vacation and you can only take a few things in your purse or your backpack or your carry-on, I would take these Derwent watercolor pencils, the Inktense pencils. I would take a couple of nice ultra fine markers. I would probably bring a nice sketchbook, because look at how much fun you can have just then lightly coloring it in. And this adds so much pigment and so little water that it doesn't even make your paper curl up, which is kind of fun. But I think this little bit, kind of adds a lot. A little bit of color. So anyways, I'll have a chance to kind of play with this a little more, kind of get a little shading there. And again, the other thing you can do is kind of go right to the paper and just, like, you don't even have to pay much attention. Just kind of scribble that in, and then use your watercolor brush. Oh, I kind of added some mud, didn't I? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. And this is how people make mistakes on Craft Test Dummies, friends. But look at that, fixed it. This is why you cannot be afraid to have a little fun and make a few mistakes, because, it all works out. It all turns into what it's supposed to turn into. So see, I'm just scribbling over the marker, and because the marker is solvent-based, I can then go right over it, and look how it just makes it all pop. Isn't that lovely? So this is a lot of fun, and I just wanted to share with you how much fun I'm having with my Derwent Inktense pencils, and how I really think that you will enjoy them too. So thank you so much for reading Craft Test Dummies, and craft on, folks.